Good morning guys, from another day here in sunny Quito. Now, Ecuador, the country of Ecuador, is obviously named after the equator, which passes through the country. The equator which divides the planet Earth into the northern and southern hemisphere. And yeah, not far away from here, in fact a 1 hour bus drive away from here, is the place in which the northern and southern hemisphere of planet Earth meet, here in Ecuador. So, without further ado, let's head up to the middle of the world. La mitad del mundo. Vamos! And this is also quite probably going to be the last video here from Ecuador for now. I'll be back in the future, definitely, just like in El Salvador. Didn't have enough time in this country. But yeah, I'll be back. And I want to use this video to also share my thoughts, my honest thoughts about time in Ecuador, and yeah, my impressions of the country, and also with the bad situation currently in terms of security in the country. I want to share my experience from Ecuador, and yeah, also explain why I'm not staying longer in the country. Hola. The buses, by the way, are right there. And right here, guys, we can see the barrio of Quito, the favela. Reminds me of the favelas of Brazil. So guys, we're now about to head north, leave Quito and head north, get one of these buses for 25 cents. And this, by the way guys, this bridge here is kind of the border between the center and the southern dodgy part of the city. Because down here we can see the center with all the churches, as well as the north with the beautiful buildings where we've been to yesterday. And here on this side we can see the south with the rough looking south of Quito. And as you can imagine, this being the border between the center and the dodgy south, this is not like the safest place for a gringo to take a bus. And I've been advised not to take the bus here by everyone. But it's the closest station from my hotel, so yeah. Anyway, I think with our Ecuador shirt, nothing's gonna happen to us. We are blended in perfectly. Viva Ecuador! In the bus now, and as usual, I'm too tall for this country. Oh yeah, it's just an hour to take it. Every 5 minutes, the bus is stopping and picks up some street vendors trying to sell all sorts of things, sweets, drinks, fruits, and they get on the bus and jump off again after a few minutes. That's just the thing here in South America, but especially here in the Andes, it's pretty. This happens a lot in the Andes here. Good man, surely, but I don't eat sweets, so yeah. Unfortunate for the man. Right then guys, we've made it to the middle of the flipping world. We've reached the city of the middle of the world, basically. Ciudad de la mitad del mundo. Check it out. Well yes guys, before we head to the real middle of the world, the line which separates the northern from the southern hemisphere of this world, a place, something which you can only do here in Ecuador, standing on the equator. Before we go stand on the equator, let me just start with my reflection of my time here in Ecuador. First of all, you might wonder why are you not going to visit other places in Ecuador, as you usually do when you go to another country? Why are you not going to go outside of Quito, apart from today obviously with the middle of the world, but why are you not going to visit other places in Ecuador, like the coast or the south, or of course Galapagos, the most famous place in Ecuador and most visited? Well, here's the thing. Galapagos is probably the safest region of all of Ecuador, but also the most touristic one, and I'm really not into animals and nature. I mean, I love animals, I like nature, but I'm not the kind of person that travels to a place, pays for an expensive hotel, an expensive flight, just to see other gringos and just to see some animals. That's just not my thing. I mean, Galapagos is surely beautiful, but I'm not into diving, not into scuba diving, not into hiking that much, not into nature that much, so no, I'm not going to go to Galapagos. I'm not interested in it. Quite simple. Why not going to visit other regions of Ecuador? Well, I would love to now head on to the coast or to the south, go to Guayaquil, go to the coast. Ecuador has so much to offer. I mean, this country has got mountains. We're currently in the Andean mountains. It's got the Amazon jungle. It's got the coast, the Pacific coast. And yeah, it's got so much to offer, this country. So much more than just Quito. But at the moment, the rest of the country is, especially the coast and the south, Guayaquil, are currently in a very, very bad situation. I mean, there's a war going on between the government and narco groups, and especially Guayaquil, the south, is currently, at time of recording this, still kind of a war zone. It's not the right moment to go there with a camera as a gringo and do some stupid videos. I mean, I love to do it, but at the moment it's not the right time, and the same goes for the coast. Some people told me that the coast at the moment is even dodgier and more dangerous, more murderous than Guayaquil, which is why at this time of recording this video, this is not a good moment to visit the coast and the south Ecuador. But I'll definitely do it in the future, because I really like it here in Ecuador, and it's one of these countries where I'll definitely be back. Let me tell you more about this in a bit. Right guys, before we were down in the city, and yeah, I was telling you about this place being the border of the northern and the southern hemisphere, and in fact in the city there is a monument, a very famous monument, just a few meters from where we were before, and that's the major reason why people come here. There's a monument built in honor of the Franco-Spanish mission that found the Equator, but they were wrong back then. They thought that the place where the monument is in the middle of the city, where we're going to go again later on, probably to finish the video, was the equator line, the border between the northern and the southern hemisphere. But they were wrong. The real border between north and south of planet Earth is here, on top of this mountain, overlooking the city of the middle of the world. And yeah. Hello. Hola. Hola. Viva Ecuador. And yeah, right here guys is point zero. Check it out. This monument here is the real middle of planet Earth. Amazing place. And check out the surroundings here, man. Wow. Amazing. And yeah, I've come up here with a guided tour, unfortunately. I hate doing these things, but it's impossible to get up here without it. But it only cost me $10. So that's alright, we'll take it. I mean, how else would I have gotten up here?
0 grados, 0 minutos, 0.0 segundos.
Wow, check it out guys. It's 0 degrees, 0 seconds, 0, 0, 0, 0. Wow. Entonces eso es norte
Norte, el sur.
North is sur.
Para que te tomes
Northern
foto.
food, southern food. Northern testicule, southern test. My guide who was just explaining, like, down there where the monument is, it's actually like 240 meters south of the border. This here is the real border. The monument, where all the people go to, is still in the southern hemisphere. It's like 240 meters still south of the line. This line here separates the northern from the southern hemisphere. Amazing. So currently I am standing in the southern hemisphere, but now back in the northern hemisphere. Es más calor acá en el norte.
Estamos de verano en el norte.
Acá es más frío. Oh, ok. Frío. Calor.
2, 3. Mitad del mundo.
Right guys, we're back in the center now. Right in the center, back down in the city of Mitad del Mundo, the middle of the world. And yeah, we've just been up there on top of that hill. At the middle of the world, the literal middle of the world. Yeah, let me continue where I left off before I went up the mountain to the middle of the world. About Ecuador. I've told you why I'm not spending more time here, but I definitely will. But now, first of all though, let's speak about the safety here. We all know that Ecuador, I've said it many times before, at the moment is going through a rough patch. It's a narco war going on since January of this year, time of recording. And yeah, Quito is still kind of safe, but Guayaquil and the coast are not. But how was my time in Quito? Did I feel safe? Is it dangerous? Well, I've got to be real with you guys. I like it here, but don't take it personal to all you Quiteños and Ecuadorians, but yes, it's not the safest place, the safest city I've ever visited. It's definitely not. I've got to be real with you guys. I mean, speaking of capital cities, this might be like, it is kind of sketchy. It's not that people are going to jump on you in the middle of the day trying to rob you. But at night it's super sketchy, and yeah, I mean, if you're a well-traveled person like me, or a person that's got experience traveling through Latin America, you don't have any problems. You know how to deal, you know how to watch out, not to lose your things, not to get robbed. You know how to watch out. When you're an experienced traveler, especially Latin America, you won't have any issues here, and you shouldn't be scared. But if you've never traveled to Latin America, or never traveled on your own and stuff, and don't know what to expect, then I don't recommend Quito as your first destination, let's put it that way. Because it's not the safest place for your belongings, especially at night, but also during the day, depending where you go. The centro historical, the historical center of the city, yes, is kind of sketchy, but if you're an experienced traveler, and if you know Latin America, then you're fine, you'll be fine. But yes, I can't lie, it's not the safest city I've ever visited, and especially now with the situation going on in the entire country, the nightlife is basically dead. There ain't no nightlife here. If you are a guy that comes to Ecuador for party, for nightlife, you'll be disappointed because there ain't no nightlife here at the moment. The nightlife here is dead. It's been destroyed by COVID and then by, yeah, the political narco war crisis which is going on since January this year. So no nightlife here and not the safest city, but still you shouldn't be scared if you know how to behave yourself when traveling. If you know how to watch out for your stuff, for your belongings, you'll be fine. But was I scared? Was I ever feeling in danger? No, not really. Not really. Personally, I didn't have any issues. So yeah, I've just ordered myself an encebollada, like that traditional Ecuadorian fish soup. And yeah, what I didn't tell you guys is that here in Ecuador, they really like popcorn. Wherever you go in Ecuador, wherever you order, you always get popcorn as a side dish. Well, we'll take it. Right guys, my encebollada has arrived, check it out. My fish soup. I think we've had that already on camera. But yeah, it's pretty delicious. It's like an Ecuadorian fish stew, and it's pretty tasty. So yeah, provecho guys. Probably for the last time for now from Ecuador. but I'll be back. Basically, if you like fish and pork, then you're gonna love Ecuador. Right guys, you might be wondering after I lined out the two probably most negative things about Ecuador, the safety and, well, Quito I should say, the safety and safety in general in Ecuador. The country's going through a rough patch. But why? You might be wondering why I want to come back. Well, there's three reasons why you should come to Ecuador and why I love it and why I definitely will be back. The first of which is the food. The food here is flipping amazing. I didn't expect it at all. I had no idea about Ecuadorian cuisine. I always thought Ecuadorian cuisine would be like Colombian cuisine or just like Peruvian cuisine. And it is a bit similar to Peruvian cuisine, but not the same at all. I mean, if you love fish and if you love pork, then this is your place. I personally don't like pork that much, but here, I love it, man. Here I'm having pork every day. And I can tell you honestly, here I'm eating too much every day. Because I love it here, I love the food. That, by the way, guys, is the monument which was built in honor of the Franco-Spanish mission of discovery of the Equator here in Ecuador. And of course, the monument, even though it is impressive, is at the wrong place. The real equator, the real line, is on the mountain where we've been before. Right guys, behind me it is, the monument dedicated to the middle of the world. Even though they got it wrong by 240 meters approximately, the line. It's still in the southern hemisphere, but still an impressive place. Nice place to take pictures, of course. And we are just going to stay here. We're not going to get any closer because I don't want to pay the entrance fees, like $5 or $10. I'm not going to pay that. I mean, I can see it from here, so that's enough for me. I've already had my pretty expensive encebollada, of course, if you eat at this place. But yeah. Anyway, guys, the second thing I love about Ecuador and why I will be back is the people. The people of Ecuador. Even though Quito might be a bit sketchy at night and you might have to watch out for your things, Quito, Ecuador has amazing people. Up there with the friendliest people, honestly. Just like in Colombia, Peru, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Latin America just has the best people in the world. And it's no different here in Ecuador. In Ecuador, people are amazing and it just makes me want to explore more of this amazing small country. I want to see everything in this country. Apart from Galapagos, I don't need to see that. I want to see everything. And yes, Ecuadorian people up there with the best people. So, no worries about that, guys. And now the very last reason for me to come back to Ecuador is just, and why you should come here, is that it is an amazing country. It has a lot to offer. It's a small nation, often forgotten. Most people only visit Ecuador for the Galapagos Islands. And fair enough, if you are into nature and into animals and stuff, alright, and into diving, alright, then you probably should go there. But not many people actually come to mainland Ecuador, to Quito, to the coast. Not many foreigners. The coast is mostly visited by Ecuadorians from Quito, or from the south, from Guayaquil. And I've explained before why right now it's not a good moment to go there, of course. But surely I'll be back to see the coast, to see the south, and maybe even the selva, the jungle, the Amazon. Because this country, despite it being small, has so much to offer, so much diversity to offer. And yeah, I just want to see more. I can't wait to be back in Ecuador. And the best thing of it all, guys, is it is super affordable. They've got the US dollar, and it's the same prices here as in Peru or in Colombia when you eat out. I mean, I can afford myself a hotel here. This shows you how cheap it is. And yeah, I'm loving it. And I don't want to leave, honestly. But you should definitely come to Ecuador, guys, and have a great time here. I mean, don't listen to the media. When you read the media, you're going to read that Quito is super dangerous, that you shouldn't go there. That's super dangerous for foreigners. Hola. Colombia.
Colombia.
Parce.
Melo.
Melo caramelo. Colombian mate there. And Yeah, don't listen to the media, guys. Quito, I mean, if you are an experienced traveler, or if you are not stupid and watch out for your things, and watch out for your things, your stuff, your belongings, then nothing is going to happen to you guys. Just like everywhere else in the world. Quito might be sketchier than some other cities I've visited in Latin America, yeah, but still safer and less sketchier than European cities. Take my word. So guys, I think that's it from the middle of planet Earth. It's goodbye from Ecuador. Hope you enjoyed this mini Ecuador series. We'll be back here in the future, definitely. See you soon, Ecuador. And see you guys even sooner in the next one, from the next country. Hasta luego, amigos. Y viva Ecuador, viva Quito. Vamos